what's up? My name is Rayfield Lewis II. I'm the founder and creative art director at SugaCane Syrup. I was born in Savannah, Georgia. I was raised in Athens, and for most of my adult life, I've been living in Atlanta, Georgia. I mess around in the art world. My day job is hanging art and transporting art throughout the country, and in my spare time, I curate, buy and sell art. As I say, I grew up in Athens, Georgia. When I was growing up in Athens, it was without a doubt a sports town. I went to a pretty prestigious sports high school, and it was all about sports. I grew up with some really, really athletic dudes who have lived a life of supporting themselves and their families off of playing sports. And I got caught up wanting to, that's kind of that's the path that I chose to leave Athens, by playing sports. At a young age though, I knew that, one, I didn't really want to live in Athens as much as I love the people that I grew up around. I didn't see where I would be able to do the things that I wanted to do in life being in Athens. I figured I had to be in a big city. And I was really thinking that LA is where I wanted to be and where I wanted to live most of my life. And through certain circumstances, I ended up playing football at Clark Atlanta. And as soon as I got to Clark Atlanta, it hit me. I thought I was going to be the next Hype Williams. I thought I was going to be making music videos. I was going to school with really, really creative people, and they were coming to school dressed every day. It was like a fashion show every day. Somebody was in a video every day. There was a movie being shot every day. And I just got engulfed by the whole entertainment and art scene that was going on in Atlanta at the time that I was there. At the time that I first got there, and that was in 1997. So this is when Atlanta is just really, really starting to pop. The Olympics had just been here, and it was just a dope scene. And I started out passing out flyers for different record labels. Passing out flyers, working in different, anything I could do to just be behind the scenes, working in the art world, working at that time with music. And that went on. I kind of fell in love with that. One of my friends got me to, once we left Clark Atlanta, one of my friends got me to come out to LA, and I was playing football at this school just north of LA. And on the weekends, I would kick it with him. And he was deep in the music scene. And I was getting baptized into the world that I wanted to live in and the lifestyle. And it was really just, I wanted to mess with art, and I wanted to live in a big city. I wanted a loft in downtown LA, New York, Miami, London, Paris. It didn't matter. And I wasn't really factoring in how much it cost to do these things. I just knew that these were the things that I wanted to do. And I wanted to be behind the scenes messing with art. Not so much, or I guess I would say more so, because I'm not the artist. I don't know how to sing, I don't know how to dance, I don't know how to draw. I guess I cook a little bit, but I'm not necessarily the artist. But I fell in love with being intimately involved with the artists, and finding ways that I could work with them, whether it was to promote them, whether it was to give them a ride back and forth from the studio, buying supplies, whatever it could be, sleep on the couch. I just wanted to be a part of the creative process any way that I could be. I fell in love with it, like I say, at a very, very young age. Once I left California, I'm getting close to 25, and I guess real life happens. And now I'm starting to have to work and starting to have to support myself. And I end up back in Atlanta around 2005, 2006. And I just started working. I get into coaching high school football. I get into coaching football. That turns into coaching high school football. I'm working with kids. And it seems like that's the direction that my life will be going at that point. Looks like I'm gonna be a high school football coach, and it's cool. It's not the worst thing. And I ended up getting locked up, going to the feds. I did about 2 years in the federal prison. And while I was there, I told myself, like, yo, if I could sit here and take this punishment and do this time, when I get home, I'm gonna live my life. Like, I'm not gonna just settle for being a high school football coach. Like, I'm gonna figure out like what I'm passionate about, and I'm gonna spend the rest of my life being passionate about whatever I'm doing. I'm not necessarily looking to retire. I want to die doing whatever I do next in life once this whole prison situation is over. And I came home and started putting the pieces back together. And what that consisted of was first just like finding work. And I worked different jobs. My family and friends had me set up with different jobs. And I just started slowly putting the pieces back together of my life, more so than like what I'm gonna be doing as a career. And from there, I got a job which is essentially a high-end mover, but I got a job working for designers in Atlanta through this design company. And we started hanging art, and I started going to different galleries and seeing a bunch of art and hanging art in different houses, different establishments. And I just fell in love with art all over again. And I was just trying to figure out, I was just trying to work, make money. That's all I was really trying to do. Just like, I need to like get my own place. I need to make sure I got a car. I need to be sustainable. And but this art hanging thing like just popped into my life out of nowhere. And I got invited to a gallery to see an art show one night at Timothy Two Galleries, at two galleries. And America Martin was the artist. And she, it was a very, very, very successful show. And after the show, me and America talked. We had drinks and we talked. And she kind of put me on, pulled my coattail to the idea of being involved in the art world behind the scenes and how that could like be a career. And I jumped into it head first. I asked the owner of the company what his vision was for the company, what he wanted to do, how could I grow in his business. It didn't really like agree with like where I saw myself going, and I started SugaCane Syrup. I started working with artists. I started getting them to create art. I started selling art for them. I started curating events. And I looked up and I was knee deep in the art world. I didn't really have a goal in mind. I was just working. I was just working. And I was just in love, being passionate about something that I did. And I looked up and I had a career in my face. And now that it's turned into like SugaCane Syrup being an actual job and a career for me. This past year, I've just curated my first 2 events. And it feels good to see myself like really put in the work and not really count the hours and not really count the paychecks and just put in the work, doing the push-ups or doing whatever work, whatever practice that was involved in like getting to the point that I got to. And it feels really good to be sitting here today saying that Now I have an art studio in East Point at the Arts Exchange where we have resident artists who, in exchange for having a space to work, a studio to work in, we trade by being involved in different art events that I have going on, whether it's being one of the artists that I use when I'm curating an event, or being one of the artists that comes and talks at a community event that SugaCane Syrup is involved in. We're just building an art community. We're building a community based on love, passion, people who are passionate about love, people who love all things, taking care of themselves. And it's a really, really, really fun experience that I feel like was built through wanting to do things my way, not wanting to have a conventional job, and just believing that I could do it. That's the only real blueprint that I got. It hasn't always been easy. It has not always looked like this is what the result would be. But I just kept putting my head down, kept working, and I look up today and we're doing good things. We got art all over the city, here in Athens, here in Atlanta. We got art all over the city here in Atlanta, and we're looking to expand to Miami. We're looking to expand to New York. We're looking to expand worldwide. And I just feel like I'm a regular dude from Athens who is trying to give back to the community and to the people that have like helped me get to where I've got. That's what I spend my time doing. Even with this art, I want to help other kids from Athens get to see the possibilities of like what your life can be, how much talent you really got. And I just didn't see those opportunities when I was growing up in Athens. I see those opportunities and I'm just a regular dude who is not drenched in a whole lot of education. I'm just drenched in a whole lot of life experiences. And that's what SugaCane Syrup is about. You don't have to have an impeccable resume. You don't have to come to SugaCane Syrup with the best of backgrounds. Just come with passion and love. And we're gonna do our best to like get whatever creative talent that you want, that you have. We're gonna do our best to get that out to the people. Outside of that, you know, thanks for having me. Thanks for checking me out. Check SugaCane Syrup out. Peace. I'm Rayfield Lewis from SugaCane Syrup from Athens, Georgia. Regular dude from Athens, Georgia, who came to Atlanta and found opportunity. And I want all of us to be able to find our opportunity and find our way. It has not been easy. And I've had to overcome many, many different obstacles. But if you just put your head down and work and believe in it, like, the opportunities are endless. And that's how I got here.